Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This is my reading for October 2015 for Pisces. How will October go for Pisces? Well, let's ask the cards. First though, just a quick announcement. I really want to thank all of you for your views and shares and likes and your comments, and your goodwill has inspired me to set up a Patreon account. If you're in a position to leave me a tip, go ahead and think about checking that out. I'll leave a link at the end of the video. And now, let's ask the cards. How will the month of October 2015 go for Pisces? How will October 2015 go for Pisces? How will October 2015 go for Pisces? So, at the center of this reading, we have here the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, we have here a figure looking out on the bay where in the sort of late afternoon light, we have the orange glow reflecting off the sea, ships heading out of the bay. He's started out on his trip. Doesn't quite know where he's going, doesn't quite know where everything is happening, but he's going. This here is crossed with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles goes out into the world to find that which he needs. In this case, money, society, established political things, all these earthy connections that Pentacles represents. Usually, the crossing card is a challenge or a problem or an obstacle. But in this case, with these two cards, I just get the sense that they're, in fact, connected. Heading out on a new journey or a new venture, a new quest for money and connections and prosperity. Looking for a new job, going to a new town for a new position, making new connections with people, seeking out those political and personal and social connections that make our lives possible. That's the sort of central reading here, Pisces. We're moving away from a time ruled by ideas. And in a sense, we've been thinking about this for a while. The swords is always a suit of thoughts, ideas, reason, rationality. And so you're coming from this position of trying to figure out what to do, cutting through the lies, the cobwebs of deception and whatnot that always sort of entangle all of us, the Maya, the illusion of the world. Sort of cut through all that and found a path, and now we're setting out upon it. And at the heart of this is the Ace of Cups, an overflowing of emotion. You're not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for the others in your life. You're doing this for the people in your life who you love, who you need to protect, who you need to support and care for. And you've decided that you have to take this chance. You got to take your spin on the wheel of fortune, see what's going to come up. You can't sit around and wait anymore. You can't sit around and do the safe and sure thing. Rather, you've decided that this is the moment. I got to take a shot for these people. And indeed, you've adopting a sort of protective, managing role over these. We have here the King of Cups. The king rules over the people with his mastery of emotion and intuition, knows what other people think, and can always stay a step ahead of them, can adapt to their actions before they've even taken them, thanks to his overflowing power in emotion, intuition, thought, and feeling, his deep love and his sort of knowledge of people and that emotional connection that the king brings and has especially when he's charged with this extra power from the ace. And fitting with this idea of a quest here, we have this the Five of Pentacles. This is the card of, poverty. We have here these two individuals wearing rags, wandering homeless through the streets in the cold snow, but also the sense that charity and help is just around the corner. They're outside the church, which traditionally would offer sanctuary. And so there's this quest is driven by real need. You know this, you've made this decision to go out there, start up on this new job, to protect and provide for the people who you need. You know you need to take a gamble because right now you know that the situation is pretty dire. And what you really want to get things back to, the goal of this is to help bring things back to how they were before, to help restore things for the people around you, and perhaps for your own children. We have here the Six of Cups, children playing and enjoying the garden. It can be a childlike, innocent time where your emotions are of happiness without a care in the world. It can also be a return to how things used to be, to how things once were, to wanting to get things back to how they used to be, how you used to spend your time when you were children. And also, there are literally children there, and this is the card that represents position of family and friends. And so perhaps the people you love and need to provide for are in fact your children, or those who you're caring for as dependents in one way or another. Here, we have the Two of Cups and your hopes and fears. You're hoping that for this sort of emotional decision that we have here, these two people, they're making a decision to pledge themselves to each other. Now, this is a card that's very romantic oftentimes. It has a meaning that can have among its meanings are couples and that kind of sort of very traditional love meanings. But it can also just refer to that decision, having two options, get together or not, pledge yourself to this person or somebody else. And so that sort of, in our heart, there are two feelings, two things, sort of being torn between them or making a decision between them. And so to a degree, this quest is motivated by your love, but there's also a bit of a problem because you're tearing yourself away from them at the same time. Just as you're going out there to protect and provide, at the same time, you're removing yourself from them, creating this sort of dual situation, this dilemma of emotion. But don't worry. Got the Chariot here on our side. Between the King of Cups and the Chariot, there's really only good things in this reading. Yes, you are having to go out there and do something new. But you know what? The Wheel of Fortune's on your side this time, and you succeed. There is a lot of positive energy in this reading, pointing to the sense that if you have the boldness to follow up on ideas and plans that you've been having, go out there to make this new job or career or financial decision possible, you will be able to sort of step up, use your intuition, use your adaptability, mold yourself to the situation, and really make it work. And so, yeah, it's going to be a little bit tough, and you're going to wish you were spending a bit more time with the people close to you, but you got a lot of positive things on your side, Pisces, and especially Pisces is a water sign. Well, we got all this water here for you to swim in. And so, you got a lot going for you this month. Best of luck to you, Pisces. If you found this reading helpful, consider checking out my Patreon page, and if you're in a position to do that, maybe leave me a tip. Thanks for watching.